These are tumultuous times. Extreme weather, skyrocketing stock markets that don't match the underlying economy, the largest debt bubble in history, civil wars around the world. Confused as to what's going on? Well, there are answers, simple answers in fact. Much of what's going on was forecast decades ago by some of the greatest thinkers of the 20th century. We've all heard the expression history rhymes. It does. It repeats, but never in exactly the same way. What we're going through is the end of a business cycle, an economic cycle, a climate cycle, and a social cycle all at the same time. Understanding cycles and how they repeat will let you plan your investments, your business, and when to buy or rent. It gives you peace of mind because you'll have a sense of your financial future. You can prepare for the tough times. For example, Dr. Raymond H. Wheeler's drought clock forecasts climate. He predicted the warming phase that we've just gone through and the cooling phase we're going through right now. We're heading into a cooler, drier climate, which means unrest, civil wars, and problems with the food chain. The Kondratiev cycle also predicts tough times. Nikolai Kondratiev was a Russian scientist who discovered a 54-year business cycle that marks the highs and lows in the economy and the markets. The winter phase of this cycle was forecast to start about the year 2000, the top of the dot-com bubble, and we've been in a recession ever since. The Elliott wave cycle. In the 1930s, Ralph Nelson Elliott discovered how markets move. They move based on the mood of the crowd. They've now reached the end of a 300-year cycle. Now, that tells us that the U.S. market is about to roll over and head down. And finally, the solar cycle. About 11 years in length. At the end of each sunspot maximum, markets top out and we go into recession or depression. It happens like clockwork, and it's been going on for decades. We just passed a maximum and the market should start heading down shortly. All of these cycles are regulated by the movement of the cosmos, just as our ancestors understood for many centuries. However, now, perhaps because we have computers, we think this time is different. Well, I can't find anything that supports that argument. All of these primary cycles discovered independently by these great thinkers are ending right now. If you know how to take advantage of this tremendous opportunity, you'll do very well over the next 10 or so years. If you don't, you likely won't. The downturn of the 1930s was how the wealthiest families of the 20th century came into their fortunes. They knew that bubbles produced depressions. Always. Find out what the future holds and what the wealthy elite have known for centuries. Business cycles and their sister cycles are real. Sign up for more of these videos and the programs that we're developing to help you understand how to benefit from the coming downturn.